course. White flag is out. 1 to go for Cristiano D'Amata. 2.1 miles separates D'Amata from his second victory in the Kart FedEx Championship Series.
And the interval back to DeFerrin is stabilized now. It's Toyota, and then 3 Hondas and Kenny Brack in that Ford-powered car. This man, Paul Tracy, just back there in third place, gets the Hard Charger Award. Remember, he started this race back in 15th position. Now in third. Great run for Paul Tracy.
Everyone seems static in position. And the question is whether or not, say, Vassar and Brack, who seem to be the closest competitors on the final lap of the race, might swap positions in this last lap.
You just can't make any mistakes, and the only thing you can hope for is a guy in front of you does, and then you don't get involved in whatever his mistake was. But Cristiano D'Amata now knows, I've only got 3 more corners. He's got a gap of 1.3 seconds. He knows he's just got to drive them perfectly, maybe a little conservatively, and he's looking at his second career Champ Car victory, his first on a road course.
Cristiano D'Amata works this course, and while we're running a little bit long here, what with the long cautions, checkered flag comes out. We're going to try to talk to Cristiano on his two-way radio as he wins. And flashbulbs go off in the stand. You would have thought it was an explosion. Congratulations, Cristiano D'Amata. This is Paul Page at ABC. You've taken your second victory, buddy.
Thank you. TV people, they can't get to you to do an interview, so talk.
Working the final lap now. Castroneves, then D'Amata. Scott, they come to you.
Helio's looking real good, real clean. D'Amata still keeps that behind him. All the guys go through here clean. No action.
For Elio, it's a no-mistake lap. For D'Amata, he's only going to have one more real chance to take a run. It doesn't look like he has what's needed, but who knows if D'Amata can reach down. He's closing up on his tail.
And if you're in Castroneves' position leading this race, you just say, it's got to be perfect, it's got to be perfect. D'Amata pushing as hard as he can, just has to be close enough so that if Castroneves does make a mistake, he can take advantage of it. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
There would have been his chance. Now it would have to be a mistake or a failure by Elio Castroneves. They head for the hairpin, the 27th running of the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach. Elio Castroneves comes off the corner. Checkered flag awaits. And Elio Castroneves has done it by a mere half a second.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
Welcome back to the Texas Motor Speedway, and don't forget, for all of the latest news and notes on the world of motorsports and for all the latest from kart, visit rpm.espn.com. Keyword kart. Well, here at the Texas Motor Speedway, the transporters are being loaded. The fans that were here, and it looked like it was going to be a nice crowd. They left a couple of hours ago. The teams are leaving now, and away that'll help because they can prepare for next week's run at Nazareth just a little bit earlier. It won't be quite the rush that it originally was going to be. And again, the issue that came down in the kart announcement was one of safety, a unique situation. And as we've indicated before, and we're going to show you once again, many of the drivers, if not all of them, absolutely believe in this decision. White flag will come out to Scott Dixon, the rookie, trying to score a win on an oval. Let's see if he can do it. Kenny Brack is right there. Traffic just ahead. He's just got to negotiate this traffic. Kenny Brack drops back a little bit. Kenny Brack moves to the inside. Now tries to sweep to the outside. Doesn't look like it's going to happen for Brack, but it will happen for Scott Dixon. The rookie becomes the 46th driver to win in kart.
Good job, Al. Beautiful.
He scores his win in his third start. The 5th win for Pac West. Let's go to Gary Gerald. Castroneves drops well back.
Well, he better time this exactly right, or he's going to find himself even further back than he wants to be.
Oh, it's all timing and momentum at this point. And it's up to Brack as to when he wants to pick the pace up.
Right now.
He picks it up.
See ya! Kenny says, thank you very much.
Oh, goodbye. One more lap to go for Kenny Brack.
A perfect perfect restart. Kenny had them all covered. And finally, after leading so many times, I think, Paul, this will be his day, and Ford will win once again at Honda's home track. Honda dominating all weekend long, but here comes Kenny Brack.
Oh, the real glory goes to Kenny Brack. The young Swede makes the final set of turns and charges for that checkered flag. Congratulations to Kenny Brack. He wins in his 24th start in the series. Rahal and Letterman. Scott Repke accepts the congratulations for helping engineer that win. Rahal and Letterman's team have taken the victory.
Paul, you mentioned Mario Andretti. Mario gave Lola its first ever championship car win in 1983 at Elkhart. If Kenny Brack hangs on here, it would be the 100th victory 18 years later for Lola.
Kenny Brack has just taken the checkered, or the white flag, one lap until the checkered flag, one lap until the 100th for Lola. World News tonight, Sunday, is coming up right after the race. We're running very tight on time here in Milwaukee. Kenny Brack comes off the corner, looks for the checkered flag, and there's 2 in a row for Kenny Brack. Kenny Brack. Kenny Brack is the winner here at the Miller Highlight 225. And he joins guys like Montoya, Franchitti, and Greg Moore, who also won the next race right after their very first career win. The white flag comes out. Just about 2 miles to go for Elio Castroneves. Franchitti's last chance is here and now. Same time, look at Andretti starting to work on Moreno. Well, he dropped back there, maybe just trying to get the run.
It's been a flawless run for Castroneves and Team Penske. Gilles de Ferran would have been right there. They had that one glitch with the electronics that dropped de Ferran back to 8th place, but otherwise a great run.
Paul Tracy just started to slow. Tracy started to slow and it's going to roll to a stop. Fittipaldi will come to 5th. Back to the lead of the race. Castroneves, Franchitti. It doesn't seem like Franchitti can do anything, but look at him slide the back end of that car. Franchitti's still working on Elio Castroneves. Time and distance is running out.
It's time to climb a fence, I think, Paul.
Elio Castroneves takes the victory. I'm looking at the right front.
White flag, this time by
of Max Papis. Looked like it developed a...
Moreno, Christian, no pressure. Nice.
It's like the blister lines.
A wear line there, yeah. Keep an eye on that. On the final lap now. White flag is out, 1 to go. The clock counting down. It is absolutely a timed race, officially notified about 9 minutes ago to all the teams, though that was no surprise. Behind Max Papis, who has pulled out another 10th on Roberto Moreno, is Fittipaldi, Wilson, Carpentier, Franchitti, Dixon, Andretti, all very close together.
Max Wilson is finished in 4th place for a small team. This will be as good as a victory. Fittipaldi, I'm afraid, will just not have enough track or time to catch and then challenge Moreno. And Max Papis headed for his first road course victory in the Kart Series, his 2nd overall. A perfect drive for Team Rahal, for the Letterman team.
And for Max Papis, who won in Miami, now looks for his 2nd career win. And it comes in his 86th start. Checkered flag ahead. He's still going to go over and cool him off.
We are the king. We are the king, guys. Hey, baby, you're the man today. You are the man, baby.
Oh, baby, let's celebrate it.
It's good to be king.
The real question is, how is Dario going to do this last lap and not breathe?
Well, right now, all he's doing is getting the interval from his spotters. He can see both Max Wilson and Gidley in his mirror here. And He's going to slow down as much as possible to let these guys get up behind him. If Gidley doesn't get a shot at him going down into the chicane on the last lap, if he can't close up this interval, then it's a matter of getting through the chicane and hoping the car doesn't cough, doesn't run out of fuel, headed for the start-finish line. But look at the interval decrease here, coming through turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, there mostly was a decrease under braking, though. It goes back to where it was. Wilson separates him. Gidley waits until the last possible second to brake there, working the final turns of the final lap.
Well, there's Wilson. Gidley's got to get this exit exactly right, stand on the throttle, push the overtake button, and now he's got to run up behind. You can see he's closing down on Dario. His only chance will be coming off the chicane, headed for the start and finish line.
It's going to be a difficult place to pass. They'll both swing as wide as they can. Gidley tries to work him. Gidley is there, but Dario Franchitti does it. Dario Franchitti holds them off. The question is, will he make it all the way around the track? Congratulations to Team Green. But you know what? Memo drove one whale of a race. And you still got some fumes in the back of the car, but it looks like he may have run out already.
For Michael Andretti, it's been a year since his last victory, which came here at Toronto. His first win with Team Green now, and the Motorola sponsorship.
White flag, white.
Clean into turn 1 for the leaders. Only 2 more opportunities, really, for Tagliani. The first one comes at turn 3.
Tag having a nice break now from Fernandez. Fernandez having to worry about Zanardi. This race isn't over yet. Michael finally being able to just breathe a little bit here, knowing he just has to drive cleanly, keep it on line.
Can you believe this? Starts 13th, falls all the way back to the back, comes all the way forward. We mentioned 13th as lucky. It sure looks like it's going to be for Michael Andretti. Looking for his 41st career win. The checkered flag's out. 7th win at Toronto. First win this year for Michael Andretti. And the 14th year that Michael Andretti has scored a victory in his Kart FedEx Championship career.
Well, we've seen it looks so far like Jourdain and Franchitti have had the strongest cars, but Curtis seems to have been okay to run where he is, but he's got to get up there now if he wants to fight for the win here. Carpentier and Franchitti can effectively... Oh, there goes Jourdain.
We talked about that big hole those 2 cars lead. Now Jourdain just slips right through where they're running side by side, leaves a big hole, and they just slip right up to the lead.
Now the key is, where do I want to place myself for this final lap? Probably not the lead.
And the problem Hurta's got, he's now got Tracy and Tagliani keeping him from this lead group. I think he's fallen out of it. He's too far back.
Just remember, they're going to be able to draft past you, so let them have it.
Where do you want to be, Paul? What's the answer to the biggest question of the 500-miler?
I'm thinking right now I want to be in second. Tagliani's going to figure into this finish as he runs up there with everybody else.
Last lap.
Oh!
They touched.
Oh, that one was close. So Tagliani comes up there.
Man, Jourdain almost slid up into Franchitti now.
But
it's the 2 teammates helping each other.
And it may be Carpentier looking for his first ever win. Carpentier at the line. Patrick Carpentier takes his first victory.
Wow, that was awesome.
Oh, that's the way to do it, Patrick. The French-Canadian with an incredible victory by 24/100ths of a second. His 79th start. I'm going to celebrate as he comes to the white flag. Kenny Brack, 1 lap to go, looking for his 3rd career win. Brack on the backstretch. Battle for second place remains about the same. Carpentier, DeFerrin, and Dixon. Kenny Brack on the front stretch. And Kenny Brack has taken it.
Great job!
The thing about Gilles de Ferran, his teammates now won 2 races this year. Gilles de Ferran hasn't won a race yet. Qualified on the pole here yet again. Was dominant all weekend long. And now trailing his teammate. It's got to be so frustrating for last year's champion.
Top 3 were all on the pit straight together. It's a short pit straight here. They come off of the keyhole on the final lap of the run. Carpentier is not going to get a pass done there. He's got to look for a mistake now. They've just told Alex Zanardi's team that they have stopped scoring him because he didn't react to the black flag. Elio Castroneves, Indy 500 champion, one of the more likable guys in the sport. Very shortly going to have a fairly long run to the fence.
He'll be looking for the fence. He'll give Gary Gerould something to scale with him maybe this time.
Natural terrain road course. What's he going to do when he sees the checkered flag here? They're just ahead. And there is career win number 6 for Elio Castroneves.
Great job.
Back at Road America, Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. Next time by, Bruno Junqueira, the rookie driving for Chip Ganassi, the teammate to Memo Gidley, will see the white flag as the leader of the race. He did it on the merits of a brilliantly fast pit stop by Junqueira's crew and just came out slightly ahead of Adrian Fernandez, who was charging as hard as he could to take over the lead. And then Michael Andretti came up and closed on Fernandez to move into second place. White flag, 4 more miles, 1 more lap to go for Junqueira, looking for his first ever victory.
There's a big fight for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Dixon, de Ferran, and D'Amata, all last time through turn 5, were on top of each other. De Ferran took a big look at the inside, couldn't quite make it happen, and I expect some real good fighting between those 2 guys for the checkered flag.
Junqueira coming down the hill, Scott. He'll be coming toward you. Michael Andretti clears the bridge, and here is the leader, Scott Pruitt.
It's clear and clean, comes through here. Nice and smooth, no problems. Michael, same way. Comes through nice and clean. Same thing with Adrian, nice and clean. Now here comes the battle right now. De Ferran's going to take a look at the inside, see if he can get it done. Can't get it done. Dixon gets in here. De Ferran, D'Amata, Castroneves, all come through here, so no changes.
And they climb the hill on their final lap of the race as well. A race that's turning out to be a timed event, owing to the long stoppage actually for the water on the track. And then we had Memo Gidley in a very, very long yellow. The good news reported by CART Medical, Dr. Steve Alvey, was that he appears to be okay. He may have some bruised knees. They sent him to the hospital in Sheboygan for observation and a couple of x-rays, but they thought he was going to be fine. You'll be able to see this race in its entirety later tonight at 1 o'clock. So Bruno Junqueira, a final turn of the final lap for this fine young rookie, an almost shy driver with a great smile, great personality, good sense of humor, becomes the 9th different winner this year. Don't wave too much. You're still going 200 miles an hour.
Great job, laddie. Great job.
Well, Jimmy Vasser, of course, like so many drivers, while they're actually out there,
White flag.
don't know totally what is going on. The official reason for the pit closure was trying to move equipment given that accident that involved Max Papis. So Roberto Moreno now looking for the 2nd win of his career.
+3.
Remember the run at Cleveland and the celebration thereafter? Roberto Moreno, 10th different winner this year if he makes it to the checkered flag.
3.3 seconds now ahead of De Ferran, who's now 3 seconds ahead of Michael Andretti. So that gap remaining fairly constant over the last few laps. Tony Kanaan up to 4th, Servia up into 5th. Great drives by these 2 drivers.
In fact, the only contest that may come to the checkered flag will be between Servia and Michel Jourdain Jr. and Tora Takagi. It's about a 3-way rounded off fight for 5th place. Little Roberto Moreno, one of the best attitudes in the series. Checkered flag is out for him. Win number 2 for Roberto.
Good job. You did it, buddy.
racing.
I think I've heard more crying on the radio today than I've heard ever.
Well, Bob, as we call him, is happy. And I would suspect you're going to have to run, Gary, because you're going to be in there fairly quickly. Brack picks up the lead. Oh, Canzonardi. Oh, with a terrible crash. Yellow is out. Brack, as we suggested, took the win of the race with his teammate Max Papis finishing in second and pulling up alongside. The Farron getting caught there. Here comes Kenny Brack. The Farron comes down the inside. Brack moves to the outside. Brack takes the lead with 2 to go.
You're clear. Now let's go.
And that's the race right there. The timing had to be perfect. It was. Kenny Brack, the dominant force on ovals this year. Team Rahal looking to repeat, shutting out Gilles de Ferran, the series champion, from his first win. But de Ferran now coming back with one lap to go.
Hold him off.
De Ferran closes and looks. No real traffic to help. De Ferran's right there, doing everything he can. De Ferran goes high.
He's looking outside.
And De Ferran takes him. De Ferran takes him on the final corner, final lap. And Gilles de Ferran wins his first race of the year.
You know, at least in other sports, Paul, whether you're playing golf, tennis, basketball, whatever it might be, you always get that little mental break in between each shot to refocus, figure out how to correct what you've done. In this sport, there are no breaks.
+5 seconds. 1 to go. +5. Nice and easy. +5.
Even going down the straightaways, you're very busy with controls within the cockpits, radio communications. There's just no time to rest.
+5.4. +5.4. Nice and smooth.
And I think that's what separates these drivers from all other athletes is the intensity of concentration for such a long period of time. You can see him look in the mirror there. There's no one to see. That's exactly the best feeling a driver can have on the final lap, looking for that checkered flag.
Franchitti was very careful with the Dixon situation. It put him 5 seconds back, 5.2 from de Ferran. But since Gidley is back 18 seconds from the leader, not really critical. De Ferran, Franchitti, Gidley running on the final lap. And de Ferran looking for back-to-back checkered flags.
Great job, Gilles. Great job. 1-2. Great job.
And there it is.
Paul Page wants to talk to you on the radio.
White flag flies from Max Papis. Gidley climbs the hill with him. Now what can Gidley do?
He lost a 1/10 of a second on that lap, and as I was saying, when you're in this position, you might give up just a little bit under braking, maybe a little bit in cornering speed to absolutely ensure that the exit of the corners every single time are absolutely perfect. You want to make sure that you don't fall under attack, under braking at the end of these short straightaways. So Max Papis now making sure every exit is absolutely as perfect as possible. Now, the most difficult corner on the circuit, turn number 6 coming up. It's blind on entry. This is where Herta made a small mistake a few years ago, allowing Alessandro Zanardi to get that great run-up and complete the pass. But Max does it absolutely perfectly. Now, just down the hill, a few more upshifts, a left combination, and Max Papis will have victory number 3 in the kart series.
Max Papis. Boy, did they play the strategy dead perfect today. Of course, the numerous yellows figured into it. Final turn.
Is out, brother. Kick again. We are the king. We are the king. We are the best. Good job, man. Good job. I'm proud of you, buddy. Good job. Really proud of you.
That's a Queen version I never heard. And he blows the stats all the heck, Paul. No one's ever started this race farther than from 6-1. Max Papis coming from the 24th starting position.
Papis, Fittipaldi, Gidley.
His battle for 8th place. Jourdain finished 7th. Actually, I'm looking at his qualifying and finishing positions. Best was 6 at Vancouver this year. and a third at Michigan on the oval.
White flag just came out for Cristiano D'Amata. It also, in its way, signals the white flag of the championship battle. 1 lap to go, and Jill DeFerrin will be the kart FedEx champion and the owner of the Vanderbilt Cup for the 2nd year in a row. Cristiano D'Amata, who won the first race of the season. First ride for Newman Haas Racing. Now with less than a lap to go and an 8-second lead.
He left out one accolade, though, that I think is very important for a lot of drivers. For Gilles Deferrin clinching this championship, it's the $1 million that goes with it, which means we go into that Fontana finale where the winner will also win $1 million.
For Cristiano D'Amata, it will be the 3rd win of his career. The 2nd this year, and will move him to 5th in the point standings. As Parker suggested, 11th race, 11 different winners in Surfers Paradise. There were reports that Paul Tracy's car on this final lap is on fire. He was 4th and wanted a podium. We'll try and follow that for you. There it is, checkered flag just ahead, and Cristiano D'Amata wins at Surfers Paradise.
8-second interval between D'Amata and Andretti. D'Amata never letting up during that last stint. What a tremendous drive, turning consistent laps very, very fast as Paul Tracy goes up in flames.
And here is Roger Penske looking for his new champion. That's the Tracy car on fire up at the head of the pits. And watching for DeFerrin now.
DeFerrin only the 4th driver in kart history to win back-to-back championships.
So Jill DeFerrin takes the championship. D'Amata takes the win, followed by Andretti and Tagliani. DeFerrin came home in 4th. Paul Tracy, who had wanted a podium finish, is going to try and cross that line.
Oh,
come on, come on, come on.
Got it.
That's all you need.
A new tag would be strong. Cristiano D'Amata surprising me just a little bit. That Lola Toyota, very strong. Here comes the Lola Ford.
Oh. Yellow.
Yellow, Chris.
And who crossed the line first on that last lap? Cristiano D'Amata, right at the line. Dixon down on the inside.
D'Amata had it at the line. Dixon catches the wall. This is what really mattered. Cristiano D'Amata by a whisker beats Max Papis to the line as the yellow comes out. And his crew also knew down in the Newman Haas pits that Cristiano had done it. And they also clearly understood the race would finish under yellow. Max Papis going to make sure he's in 2nd. Checkered flag flies just ahead for Cristiano D'Amata, his 4th career win. The great little guy has done it. 3rd win this season, as Parker said.
Congratulations, Chris. Congratulations. Thanks a lot, everybody. We did a great job. We fought this one all the way to the end.
As Parker said, bookends.
Great job. Thank you.
First race, last race. The season is now over. Let's go down to Jan Beekes.